Hello, everyone, and thank you for tuning in. Today, we're going to be looking at Ethereum and its valuations against Bitcoin. It's been a long time since we talked about Ethereum, but I think today is one of the better days to be doing it. Why, you might ask? Well, Ethereum against its Bitcoin is up a considerable amount. It is up 12.6% against against Bitcoin, against the US dollar. We're up close to 28% at $920. This is this is quite amazing, considering considering the fact that we are essentially coming out of nowhere. Bitcoin's up 5% today. Um, with that said, a highly volatile Bitcoin doesn't necessarily lead to an oasis for altcoins to thrive. But here we are, um, on the 3rd of January. I believe it's the 3rd of January, yeah, with Ethereum up. And, a lot of questions arise. Hey, is alt season here yet? Is our theory about Q1 already starting? Because technically we are in Q1. And I would say it's too early to call yet. I mean, I think this is a great starting point. But if we look a few days ago, a few days we had a similar move that spanned over 2 days. From the 27th to the 28th, we jumped over 10%, in 2 days, and here we are doing the same thing on the third. So hard to say. This could be a new bottom that we're setting in, and the reversal starts, albeit it's going to be very slow. Now, I understand Ethereum's at $900. This is amazing. We are really a hop, skip, and a step away from $1,000, and we're relatively not that far from its all-time high of $1,400. However, don't be so quick to think that Ethereum is starting to roll now. We are still quite behind due to the bleeding of the past few months. Ever since September, we have lost considerable valuation against Bitcoin. And if you calculate, let's calculate this. If we calculate the peak, 0.04029 uh, Bitcoin, that's how much Ethereum was worth for Bitcoin back in September 1st. At today's valuations of around $34,000, you'd be looking at a $1,369 Ethereum. So I would say the breakout will start when Ethereum against Bitcoin really starts to move. I think that will be the key indicator. When you look at Ethereum against the US dollar, we've been moving up fairly confidently. Even on the weekly, what we see here are green candles, and they're moving up in concise fashion. It's the Ethereum Bitcoin ratio that has been bleeding significantly, and this is where people might get confused, because I am not here for 20% increase on Ethereum against the US dollar. I'm here for the 20% against Bitcoin. And when you're against Bitcoin, that's when I think if you're making the bigger gains with your Bitcoin valuation, it just means that your US dollar valuation is gonna move harder. And you can see it right now. When you see an increase of 12.5% against Bitcoin valuation, you then have to add on pretty much like the percentage increase of Bitcoin against the US dollar, and you get around the figure of 1845. Another great example. VeChain right now, up 16%. The US dollar value increases at 22%. So when Bitcoin's really moving, when the Bitcoin valuation is really moving, the US dollar moves even harder. And so my target is not $900. It is that $1,300 mark when we can come back to these peaks of 0.04 Bitcoin, and then I'll become a happy camper. And those are my high expectations of Ethereum. Those are my high expectations of a lot of altcoins. I need them to outpace Bitcoin in order for it to make sense. If they don't, then I should just be holding Bitcoin. Anyway, that's pretty much what I wanted to talk to you guys about today. Keep an eye on the charts for the next week. It's going to be an interesting ride if this is a continuation, especially because we're in, third day of Q1. I didn't think it would happen this quickly. So I'm still cautious, but we'll take them as they come, as we always do. We're never set in our ways here. We are open to interpretation. There's a famous saying, uh, all, uh, all strategy uh, gets destroyed in the face of battle. I believe it was a German general of World War One that said that. But essentially, it means you can plan all you want, battle plans, strategies for the upcoming battle, but that all goes to the wayside during the heat of the battle because of the chaos, because everything changes. So we need to be flexible here, and especially when coins are moving this hard, we do need to be flexible. Like Bitcoin is another great example of this. Who would have expected that we'd be up from $3,000 to 33,800? No one. I'm sure. Okay, I'm sure a few people thought, but I'm gonna guess a majority of people didn't this quickly. And if you did predict this, then I assume you're not on YouTube watching another person on YouTube talk about Bitcoin if you already kind of know what the answer is. So there you have it. Um, but long story short, we can't predict the future, so we have to be open to the interpretation of it and kind of pivot. This is too early of a pivot. We must wait. I would like to wait a little longer for a continuation to happen before I can pivot my perspective right now on Ethereum. Because right now, the perspective is still we're in a downtrend. Until I see some kind of reversal, then it'll stay like that. Until Bitcoin calms down, they'll also stay with that. Um, anyway, uh, that's it for today, you guys. Take care. Bye bye.